While it is impressive to pull off an exotic dialect, any ambitious actor knows in his heart that the most important tool in their speech set is a clear American accent, which remains the gold standard in Hollywood film. This lesson is designed to help you speak and perform with a standard American accent. I will explain the most important aspect of establishing yourself as American. To make sure you're pointed in the right direction, I will then demonstrate this crucial element in a passage of narration. Follow along, and in a short while, you'll be speaking with your very own American accent. Let's talk about syllables. A syllable is the smallest division of speech, always a vowel and often bordered by a consonant on either or both sides. Americans go down in pitch when they stress a word. On words with more than one syllable, they sometimes stress the first syllable. Anxious, burden, scientist, ultimate, window. Sometimes Americans emphasize the second syllable. Analysis, balloon, distress, emergency, performed, regardless, suspected. Americans sometimes double stress words. Absolutely, non-stop, designation, exhilaration, inappropriate, inconsolable. The following is the opening of a short story. A dissatisfied husband visits a place where he hopes to work out his mixed emotions. Listen for the examples of syllable stress. Hank Mertz drove through Crescent Beach on Valentine's Day. While he waited at a light, he gazed at the front of a stationery store. The window was full of balloons with "I love you" written in bold letters. Any other year, he would have stopped in a shop like that one. But this year, he had a different Valentine planned. He cranked up old-time rock and roll by Bob Seger on his car stereo and punched the gas. His cell phone whined non-stop in the empty passenger seat. Hank's thoughts lingered on the big fight, hearing the distress in his wife's voice. Her last few voicemails were desperate pleas for him to come home. Hank was a scientist and had performed an in-depth analysis of Pandora, a meticulous study. Now wasn't the moment for second-guessing, regardless of how unfair a risk his wife thought he was taking. He parked in front of Pandora Tours, staring at the building with an anxious feeling. His cell phone beeped, indicating that the incoming text was labeled an emergency. Hank felt that was an inappropriate use of the designation. He scanned a line of text from his wife, the whole discussion rehashed. She was harping on the dangers. Her last text, the emergency one, read, "You're not still going into Pandora, are you, Hank?" A thought paraded through his mind. If his wife suspected Hank's true reason for visiting Pandora, Hank's ultimate goal, she would be absolutely inconsolable. I have placed this lesson and the text within the About section. My advice is to read the notes aloud. You might even record yourself and check if you are pulling off correct syllable stress. You might then review this lesson and compare it with your efforts. Best of luck with your American accent. If you tackle this video again, listen for another brand of double stress. Americans will often double stress when an adjective precedes a noun. This adjective-noun pairing can trigger a double stress pattern. Big fight, his wife's voice, second guess, incoming text, whole discussion.